Hey guys, and welcome back to Survival Records, where last time, we managed to avoid getting killed by this here reaver ship, and now I want to continue grinding it up, but it's using up a lot of the ice, and the ice inside of those things is actually one of the things I find valuable. So I'm going to see about going ahead and grinding off these thrusters. And, oh, I totally forgot to do one thing before I did that. You thought I was just going to have it crash to the ground, didn't you? Nope. I built a parachute. And here we want it to auto-deploy at sure, 1,000 meters. Hopefully that works. Let's see what happens. Alright. If it starts falling, hopefully. That's what I expected. Those are just going to keep firing harder and harder until eventually they're not going to be able to support it. Oh, there we go. Now, I really hope that thing deploys. Let's see. Hey, it did. Nice. Alright. Now we want to get in here and stop it from turning such that it like uses up okay. That one's done. That's good. All right. And we're still moving. Okay. So those are going to start going now. Something like that might happen. Alright, and we are slowly descending. Nice! Alright, it worked. Alright guys, let's wait for this thing to get to the bottom of it, and then we'll worry about finding out how much ice there is in it, and how much I'll have to keep. Cool. See you then. And there we go. We have touchdown. Let's see how much damage did that thruster do to the front of my ship. Oh man, I think I lucked out. It only did a block of damage. One. Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Okay. So, yeah. Let me figure out the next step. Alright, so you remember those 3 ice holders that fell out while it was up in the air while I was grinding it away? Yeah, so that's just what I have in my inventory right now, and I am totally loaded down. I've already dropped 3% of my hydrogen. I think I have to figure out a new way of taking care of this salvage operation. And I think I have an idea. The ladybug thruster's already in place. I don't really have another use for it right now. I had been thinking of putting those thrusters on the bean stem, but if I can get a use out of it the way it is, then I may as well do that, right? So I think I'm gonna retrofit the ladybug, get some power generation back on it, and see about using those, yeah, see about using that as like my little salvage ship getting around on Mars. Because, yeah, I'm a little worried that I might even run out of hydrogen before I get back. Jeez. We'll see. Whew. So, I have a new thing I set up here. The welders were already in place for putting in these here, the refineries, and I figured I may as well put some speed modules on top of them. Now, I don't know why they're welding up the pattern they are. I don't know what the preference is. Maybe it's because I turned that one on first, and then that one, and then who knows. But these are starting to get welded up, and as you can see, as my assembler down in the ship makes those computer parts, it's filling these in. Now, I do have some more here that I need to put a little more work into by hand, and that is these two here. It looks like if I weld up that welder, it'll get these two. Same as on that side, I had to switch that around, get this one here. And then here, I think that one, if I weld that one up, it'll weld up that welder and those going down the line. And I feel like, I think maybe only this one and maybe this one are the only two that I won't have the ability to weld by hand. That's not a whole lot of heavy material. I guess I could just run back and forth with it. Or pull it out of the inventory of these. Can I get to the inventory? No. I can't get out of that very easily. There we go. Inventory. There. Yeah, alright. So I'm going to weld up those few over there. And then, yeah, we can watch this all load up and get a bunch of speed modules on my thing. Cool. Anything else on my build planner? Let's do this. Alright, yeah, look at that. That one's on, and then that'll go, and it'll get all those. I love figuring things out like that. Although it looks like I do still have to get these here. So I'll get those going, and I'll bring you guys back. So the welders are all going up there while the assembler is making up the needed pieces. And I figured while I was at it, I may as well refuel the constructor and go take a look at the ladybug, see if I can start pulling bits off of it. So, there we go. And I say pulling bits off because I don't know I mean, my guns made an awful mess of it, and I don't know how much of it is going to be useful, how much of it I'm going to want to recoup, but like, at the very least, things like that. Well, I guess I'll point at it. I'm going to have to repair that. Again, that's not the first time that that's happened. Those things seem like they should be durable, but no, they're prone. Whoa! What the? Did I just get hit by lightning? I think I just got hit by lightning. Yikes. Okay, glad I have a cave. God, that render effect makes it think like, oh, it's a bright and sunny day out there, but then you actually step outside and the windstorm picks up. Anyway, as I was saying, I think I still have thrust in most directions here. Clearly I've got up thrust, forward, maybe left thrust and right thrust I think I have, and then back thrust. Yeah, so I'm just gonna... Maybe I should actually just do this instead. Start getting these panels back to be in the right shape. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna do this more carefully than before, and I will bring you guys back when I have a better picture of what I'm going to do with this ship. Motors. Alright. Looks like they were already making more motors. Yeah, there we go. There we go, all 18. So, I am getting my pieces of equipment ready to go over here and repair some things. One thing that you may find from time to time when you are working on stuff like this, it's happened to me before where I went to, something was damaged, right, and I repaired it, but by repairing it I didn't claim it, it wasn't mine, and I just tested it out on one of those turrets there, and it seems like it worked okay. And in this case, what I'm repairing here is just this. Was I able to repair it? $78 motors. Why? Do I not have enough motors? Oh, maybe I didn't have enough motors. Huh. Well, the, oh, seriously, again? God, I just repaired that thing. Okay, I'm gonna take some of the thrust out of that, I think. That's ridiculous. Anyway, the thing that had happened was my gun started shooting it again when I thought it was, you know, I was repairing it and fixing it. Turns out, I think it has to do with that I'm not the one who caused it to go below the hack line. I just found it. And this was one of those, one of the ships you can find up in space. One of the wrecks. So, keep that in mind. Just because something is being repaired doesn't mean it's necessarily been hacked. I gotta put on another. Alright, where am I? We got grinder, two, there, alright. I'm going to get that last bit fixed up. Maybe, actually, while I'm at it, now that I have a grinder again, why don't I go ahead and grind up that hydrogen, or the oxygen tank? Because I don't think I need the oxygen tank. Oh, but I do want to get this. Lightning again. I'm afraid of it now, you know? Alright, that should be close enough. There. Some of this I think I'm going to have to do by hand because it's just too far in there. But hey, look, I've got power on it again, and that battery, this is the only battery that survived the incident with the Reaver. Alright, I'll bring you guys back when I have things more together. So I was just pulling the pieces necessary to repair everything over here, and one of them flagged me as an impossibility. I could not pull, here we go, proprietary circuits. Now, that is so this is a custom modded gyroscope that is only useful when it is whole. You cannot hack it and then exert control over it, because those proprietary circuits, you can't build them. So the only thing I can do with it is grind it up.
Inventory full.
But given that I had that it was so damaged anyway, I mean, I can just build myself a new one. In fact, do I have? No, I don't. Oh, but I did find this. Poetry competition entry number 7. Oh, wait, no, that's not what I found. Where is it? Hold on.
Fuel critical.
It's in here. A ladybug's life. Come on. Ladybug, ladybug, fly away home. Your house is on fire and your children are all gone. All except one, and that's little Anne, for she crept under the frying pan. I watched one of the streams that the mod author used. I saw him coming up with things to put in those little things. It's fun. So anyway, yeah, I will bring you guys back when I am putting putting all the new bits on here. I think I'm going to throw in a large cargo container, maybe a method of retrieval for the cargo container. Maybe use this floor here to put the cargo container there and then just attach a grinder or two to the front. We'll see. Yeah, did I get my pieces for this? Apparently I still have not gotten my pieces for that. Very frustrating. Okay. Now, what do I need in this? 32 motors. Rush around like I'm... Alright, I have all 32 motors. I'm really curious, because if I can repair this one all the way up from having been damaged to non-functionality, that means I can keep using these things. Nice. Alright, I'll bring you back in a bit. Oh, there she is. An entire field of speed modules on my refineries. That's nice. How many of them there is there even? 3, 6 total? That should significantly improve the speed at which I collect platinum. So, something just occurred to me. This is going to be the first time that I have an episode that I'm pulling together without more episodes ready to go, provided I actually edit this thing and upload it in time. Oh man, there's still a storm. There's always storms. So I thought maybe I'd invite you to make a comment or a question. I don't know what you might have to say about what I'm doing here. I really appreciate it if you are enjoying this. I hope you keep doing so. Maybe you've got a comment on my plans for the ladybug here. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know that you've caught up. Today is now. You ask, when is then? Well, then is now. Man, it's really hard to do this skit from Spaceballs without somebody playing it off you. And talking to myself while I play this game doesn't really suffice. I'll see you guys in a bit. So I had a thought. Why not get this guy parked up in a spot easier to manage it? But also, I can then recharge its batteries a little bit better. So, merge blocks. Okay, good. I pointed it in the right direction. Alright. Okay. Nope. Not gonna play around with trying to jump on that thing. Atmospheric thruster. I'm going to have to figure that one out. Because, yeah, it should be on. But they're not on. Let me look in the menu a bit, and I'll bring it back. Well, guys, I've got some thinking to do here. You see, I made a mistake. It happens. I tried testing out the whole viability of the thrusters being a lootable object. I know that the intention is there to do it, but I think I misunderstood the sequence of events. Originally, they were just vanilla thrusters. And the ships started crashing on a more frequent basis than was desired. So the thrusters were turned into these NPC thrusters. They have a stronger thrust, they're better. But at the time, they were also made so you could not use them as a player. It has the same number of components and the same layout as you would with a a regular thruster, but you know, you just it's an option in the Modular Encounters spawner that if you're adding in non-vanilla stuff, whether you want it to be useful by the player or not. So I'm at that stage with the mod right now. The mod has not yet been updated to include the lootable versions of the better thrusters. And because I have AwwScrap running, I can't just do what would, you know, normally be done, which is you build one next to it, grind one down, put it in the next one, grind that, put down. I have to grind up and then melt down the scrap and then rebuild the pieces for each one. Now, I could go with what my original intention had always been, which is in creative mode, which, if you don't know how to get into creative mode, it's Alt F10, and it brings up this list of tools. So I'm in creative mode. I can just, you know, delete one and put one back, and then huzzah, now I'm ready to go. See, it's even running already. But I don't know, that sort of feels like, even though it's what I'd been planning on doing this entire time, and I even had tested it out to see if it would work, I was wrong in my testing. So really, the only thing that I can do with this is scrap it. I could scrap it into a, you know, a copy of what I've already got, but because of the way that the mod is currently set up, I can't use it at all. So yeah, that's you know, like I said, it's frustrating, but no, wait, stop. I was gonna shrug. There. Shrug, huh? But whatever. So there we go. I invited you all to comment on the video earlier, so why don't you let me know what you think I should do? Should I replace the model, the thrusters here with vanilla ones, with admin commands, or should I just scrap the whole thing and build something from scratch, or some combination thereof? Let me know what you think. But yeah, for now, I think I'm going to call the episode maybe a little earlier than standard. My goodness. That is one nice thing about these storms on Mars, is they get those wind turbines pumping. Jeez, that. Alright guys, thanks again for watching Survival Records, and I'll see you next time.